like I said previously, so I kind of want to make a little thing about her. A little explanation. You guys might be kind of curious. If her and Smith are similar, then how come no one didn't really saw her? Let me explain it. Well, accessibly due to the fact of Elvira's, also known as Savannah's appearances, being quite similar to Samantha's. Well, they just basically take mental and physical appearance of each other, but they just only take physical appearances, not mental. I also want to make a clear thing. Basically, despite the fact of her personality and the fact he took full control of Samantha to actually fight against the creature who killed her. And, well, I'm gonna explain their favorite things. So, Samantha's favorite things do when no one's really around her. She most of them writes songs, draws some drawings. Well, she only draws them because she cannot really remember much of her past. She most of the time talks with Savannah, aka her sister. Before me thinks Savannah and Smith are both twins, and Savannah's real name is Elvira. And actually most of the time Smith rates this. Now actually Savannah's activities are kind of similar to Smith's with only one thing. She actually helps Smith write songs. Basically the lyrics. She can like choose the songs for her. She most time draws with her. She like draws drawings of their past parents. She most of the time talks with her because they both talking about their emotions and their current feeling, and they just prefer not to speak up much as possibly they can. So they kind of have similarities as well. Oh, but I might also like a little make a little recap of her. So this is how our eyebrows are like made by me. I decided to make the scar a little bit more bigger. This is how the illusion just got made by me once again. So a little so maybe a little fact about her. She most of the time loves to smile around her twin sister Samantha. Well, do be a little thing about her. She just can't really control her abilities. It just usually makes things a little bit more hard for her because if you guys didn't notice that they're both twins, with only one different. They just actually don't really show much of their emotions. You really think I wouldn't show emotions, in my opinion? Well, then, you might not really think. Besides, I'm not like my sister Samantha, first of all. She doesn't show emotions, she barely talks. There's nothing about her, but there's only also something about her and me. We kinda look similar. But still, if you're thinking I'm like my sister, then dude, go get a brain straight up. We aren't, well, I mean, we are similar, but we aren't mentally similar, only physically. Well, we just took physical appearance of each other. Before you all gonna yell or something, I basically have wings of angelness. Kinda revealed it in one of the clips where me and Sim are both talking about something. So gotcha, Angel Monkey, if you want me to use, then go ahead. I'm not forcing you. That's your choice. So I also want to make a little explanation of her. Well, actually, I might do facts in the description and some of her voice lines plus her abilities. And basically, some saying that they don't have abilities. That's actually a lie because they do have abilities, but only one thing. Only one thing between me and Sam is that we just don't share abilities. For example, Smitha has elements, depth, and telekinesis. I have elements as well, but I can choose one element. Choose every element. Samantha choose every element. I decide to choose flame because I kind of be like one. I just want to be like my father. Second thing is that when we found out that I have a lot of abilities and she has different abilities, it kind of made me a little bit scared of her. The third thing is that we just don't really make much of the calls together because I'm kind of curious. How come she actually never made a phone call with me? Let me explain it. Her hands were actually made out of ASIC. My hands were basically made out of my hands were actually made out of pure flame. So it's kind of hard for me to make. So it's kind of like hard for my sister to make a phone call. As for me, it was really easy. And that's all I can pretty much say because I don't really want to share much of my abilities. Well, yeah, guys. Like you all guys are hard. They just don't really share much abilities together. I can kind of make a little explanation of her abilities in my AU, but their activities that they do is that they both talk, they draw, they write. But what's even more hilarious, it's that they basically play instruments of their own. For example, Smitha plays the guitar. As for Savannah actually plays the piano to feel like she isn't the main person of the whole massacre. Now, if you guys have any fears for their deaths, for Smitha's and Savannah's death, I'll be really happy if you guys can like leave some of their fears. And basically, if you guys want to use my OC, just remember to get inspired by. Anyway, that'll be also like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna actually also post a screenshot of her, but by now I'm gonna only post a video. So, bye guys!